Oh, here you go. We got her almost all back together. Got the radiator, condenser, cooling fans. I got the header panel in here. All the bolts went right in. It's still a little bit mangled in a couple spots, but I think it's gonna line up pretty good. They're pretty straight, so everything looks good. The headlights are pretty much symmetrical with the fender. Everything looks nice and tight. Everything looks normal side to side. So on to the next fun stuff, which is gonna end up being cooling elbows. We gotta get the bumper on it, the new bumper, and then the hood. And then I have to get the bar that goes across end to end, obviously. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I think we're pretty close. I got a little snag with the hood latch, so I got to figure out. It's a little stretched, so I might have to cut it, shorten it, and then clamp it back together. So just so we can get the hood latch working inside the car, you know. I'm a little backwoods. I probably could just do a coat hanger and, you know, pull it probably somewhere down under, but I want to try to get this one pretty much dialed in as good as what I can. So we'll obviously be back at it. Today's Sunday, so I'm pretty much done for the day. I got to do a little bit of work down here and where the bumper meets the fender. This is part of the bumper. It was all pretty much rusted off, so that was a bit of a fiasco, which you guys seen. So anyways, easy stuff today. Everything's in. I should add coolant, but I'm not going to until those coolant elbows are done, because either way, I mean, if you fill it, it's just going to pour right out. So, and then I'll end up filling it, and then if I don't do the coolant elbows, it'll be the one time when I take it for a drive that they blow out, and then I've wasted, you know, 20, 30 bucks in coolant. So either way, I'll let you guys have a couple of other videos coming up with the bumper install and then the hood. And then I'm going to do a quick buff and wash on it, clean the rims up, even though they're pretty much smoked. But we'll get it back on the road, do a quick detail inside, and this sucker's going to be on its way to its new owner. So easy fix for me today. You know, I mean, this thing was all bashed up, so everything lined right back up, though. It was really easy. Everything, the header panel, the hood latch, where it goes down under and bolts to the radiator holder cradle deal. So headlights went right in. There was no fiasco getting the bolts lined up. Both sides, it's not tweaked or bent any which way that puts the headlights out of alignment where the bolt holes wouldn't go in, which I've had happen before with other cars. But yeah, this one was pretty good, man. It's pretty simple install. H-bodies, the Buicks and the LeSabres, Park Avenues, you know, they're pretty much all the same. Everything's all the same. So when these things get hit, if you get hit in a bumper, which if that gets totally bent up or mangled or ripped out, whatever the case might be, it is extremely hard to get these things to get, you know, bent quite right, you know, just enough to get the frame horn to be perfectly symmetrical with the other one. And then you run into alignment issues and other stuff. So the only reason why I bit this thing off is because I know this part was actually untouched from the deer. This is all perfectly symmetrical. There's no dents or dings like it got hit. The deer basically just took up the whole front portion, top portion of the vehicle. So this was a very, very simple fix for me. Somebody else, I don't know. I mean, some people wouldn't probably even have fixed it because it's a 20-year-old Buick. But I got a soft spot for the 3800s, man. They're real good. They're a dying breed, man. There's a couple beaters left around, you know, putting around here or there, but they're very, very good engines in these things. Transmissions are kind of, you know, hit or miss. You run into torque converter problems or valve body issues, but for the most part, these things are very stout cars. If you can get away from the rust side of things, these are very good vehicles, very reliable, very easy to work on, straightforward. I mean, my guess says with a 10 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 13 millimeter, you can basically tear apart this whole engine. Everything on this GM made very simple, cheap, easy to maintain, a do-it-yourselfer. You guys can do anything like this. This here was cake. You guys just look at the bolts, figure out where the bolts go, put the bolts back where they need to be, label them, put them in a baggie, however you do it. You know, it's very easy. If you guys got a project sitting in the garage, out in the backyard, whatever the case might be, you can do this. This is very easy stuff, man. And hopefully I inspired you guys today to, you know, be better, do better, try to get everything done that you guys can get done. Keep your hands working. If you're not bleeding, you're not working. So good day, man. Absolutely. Have a good one, everybody. See you next time.